Hi guys, this is Carol and I'm back in my office at work. So I'm just spending a couple of minutes before I leave. I've had a cancellation, which is great because Evie's still on holidays and I want to make sure I still spend a bit more time with her. So I'm going to do some cards today. These are my favorites. They are the Angels and Ancestors cards from Kyle Gray. And as a matter of fact, I love them so much. One of my friends was recently, she's gone out of her business, she's gone back to doing some other work, and she sold a whole stack of her things from her healing practice. And when I saw them, I went, I'm going to buy a spare packet. So I've got one packet at home and one packet here at work so I don't have to carry them backwards and forwards all the time. So let's just draw one of these cards from Kyle Gray's Ancestors and Angels and Ancestors. So that is the pack. That's what they look like, and they are beautiful cards. Oh, it's a little bit of mess on there, but let's just pull a card. Remember, if you're here and you see this message today, it means that you're meant to read it. You're meant to see it. The message is for you. So I'm going to pull a card right now, and I don't know what we're going to get, but ooh, High Priestess. Harness the mystic power. So I'm going to show you that card again, and then let's just pop in here and have a little look about what the card means. Warrior symbols, nope. The High Priestess. She's opposite to the High Priest. And so, High Priestess. Harness the mystic power. That's really interesting because today I've had 2 Reiki sessions and 1 kinetic shift session, and the other day I did 2 Reikis as well. So it's interesting when I've got a Reiki workshop planned out and I've got the dates all sorted now for this year. But the funny thing that seems to happen is every time I've got a Reiki workshop or a few coming up, I tend to get lots and lots of Reiki appointments. So today I've worked with Reiki and I've worked with kinetic shifts so that we could actually pull somebody's energy right out of a problem in their body that she had and clear a stuck feeling. So the message for this card, the High Priestess, is align with the light and focus on all things positive. About this card, the High Priestess is the physical embodiment of the divine feminine, the goddess in human form. She's had many names through time and space, but her essence has remained similar, fierce, powerful, and disciplined. In many traditions, particularly pre-Christian, the High Priestess was in charge of the spiritual religious orders and was the voice of authority, guidance from the gods. The High Priestess in this deck is the consort of the partner of the High Priest. And if you look at them together, which I will see if I can find a picture in the book because it'll be easier than going through the deck. So the High Priest is there, and the High Priestess, of course, is right here. And so she has, looks like Bart, the black cat. She has wings. She has a beautiful feathered thing on her head. I don't know what you would call that. So she's the partner of the High Priest. She's joined by the black cat representing the Egyptian goddess Bart, which is what I thought, who protects her from lower energies, and she stands strong in her glory and her power. The extended message of this card: you are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. And truly, I think we are all mystics. I think we've all got that energy and that capability of connecting to higher knowledge. I know I've done it many, many times, and I'm sure you have too, and I'm sure you could share lots of stories with us. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There's an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you are working on at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. Where are we? If you're unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goals and to the happiness that the happiness of everyone involved. when this card arrives, it's also important for you to check in with your intuition, as it will give you guidance that will be important for your spiritual growth. So interesting, isn't it? I've had one of my other clients this morning, we drew these cards, and she's at a standstill. She's at a place where she was told a long time ago that she needed to give up. And the cards, along with her test results, have come back, and they're quite amazed that her results are so much better than they expected. And the cards basically said, trust your intuition. It is not just what you see. There's so much more involved here, and that she could move beyond it. And I think that goes for lots of us. We get so caught up in the physical world, but we forget we're not human beings that have a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings that are here for this human experience, to grow our soul, to connect in with what we need to do so that we can become more of who we were yesterday. So just remember, there are no challenges, only opportunities. Every challenge is an opportunity. As we kick it to the curb, as we overcome the obstacles, we step into our power and we find out what we're really made of. And then we have an opportunity to become so much more than we ever thought was possible. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's so great to be back from holidays, part-time at the moment, till little Evie goes back to school, which is only next week. So I'm in my office. I'm booked out this week, I'm booked out next week, and I've got some spots I think the following week. So have a great day, guys. Know that I'm always here to help you in any capacity that I can. I do lots of different things. You can check my website for information about the different things that I work with. I've also got some Reiki workshops coming up. I've got all of them now planned out. All the dates are on my website on the workshop page. And my next Reiki level 1 and level 2 is February the 25th and 26th. If you've already done, if you only want to do level 1, you can do level 1. If you want to do both, you can. And if you've already done level 1 before, you could just come and do level 2 if you're interested in jumping on that spiritual journey to connect you back with energy, the life force energy that is everywhere. Knowing that we have Reiki energy, we have all sorts of universal life force energy in our hands, and everyone is a healer. So it's just about harnessing that power. It's about drawing more energy in from the universe, and knowing that this gives us the capacity to help not only ourselves but also others. So I'm going to head off now, everyone. Hope the card reading was helpful. Again, Kyle Gray, Angels and Ancestors, and today we've connected in with the High Priestess and our own spiritual nature. Have a wonderful afternoon, and namaste, my friends.